Welcome to this video lecture on science, public perception, and agriculture. So in today's session, we'll explore how the public's understanding of science will influence the adoption of agricultural innovations. We will also examine the role of media in shaping these perceptions using real-world examples from the Philippines, Asia, and in other countries. So this discussion is crucial for our understanding how we as future agricultural leaders can effectively communicate science and drive the positive change in our communities. So let's dive in. Hello, greetings to everyone and welcome to my lecture presentation about science and public perception. My name is Michael Victor Gonzalez from West Visayas State University, College of Agriculture and Forestry. So let's begin. So, what is the public understanding of science? So, this refers to how the general public perceives, understands, and interacts with scientific information. It encompasses the knowledge, the attitudes, and beliefs that people hold about science and its role in our society. So, the public understanding of science is crucial because it influences how individuals make decisions about their health, about their environment, and technology. And it also shapes the public policy. That is how important the public understanding of science because it affects every member of the society. So the importance of public understanding. A well-informed public is more likely to support science-based policies and innovations that benefits the society. So that is why the public understanding is very important to support the policies that are being implemented by our government officers and also the innovations that need to develop in order for the benefit of the society. So, in the context of agriculture, the public understanding affects the acceptance and adoption of new technologies, such as genetically modified organisms, organic farming practices, and sustainable agriculture techniques. So, what are the barriers to public understanding? First is the complexity of scientific information. So that is one of the barrier because it is complex and it requires a um, thorough explanation that the public may understand. Scientific concepts can be complex and difficult for the general public to understand, and this is often exacerbated by the use of technical jargon. Then next is the misinformation and disinformation. Inaccurate or misleading information, especially on social media, can distort public understanding of science. Especially in social media, there are a lot of fake news, and that could trigger the misinformation. So that is part of our barrier of the public understanding of this of our science. Another one is the cultural and also religious beliefs. So this can influence how people perceive a scientific information. So for example, some communities may reject a certain agricultural practices due to cultural or religious reason. So this is one of the very difficult the perception of a cultural and at the same time the religious belief because whatever the technology that you given to the certain group of people the acceptance of the trainings and the trainings and the technology, chances are they will not be able to receive it. So here we have an example from agriculture in the Philippines. So the introduction of golden rice, a genetically modified crop developed to combat vitamin A deficiency. So it faced a significant public resistance in the Philippines. Despite its potential health benefits, the public's understanding was clouded by misinformation about GMOs, leading to protest and delayed adoption. And there are a group of people who are advocating to organic farming. That is why the adoption of golden rice was some delays that was been encountered. So let's proceed to science communication and media portrayal. So what is science communication? This is a practice of informing and educating the public about scientific research and its implications. So the effective science communication is essential for bridging the gap between scientists and the public, ensuring that accurate and relevant information will reach a broad audience. So we do have a role of media in scientific communication. The traditional media, like our newspapers, television, and radio, have historically been the primary sources of scientific information for the public. These outlets play a crucial role in shaping a public perception by selecting which scientific stories to cover and how to present them. Another one is the digital media and social media, especially in our modern times, the rise of this digital media and also our social networks has democratized access to scientific information, but has also increased the spread of misinformation. That's why my advice is that you should fact check and double check the information that you open, especially in social media. Social media platforms like our Facebook and our Twitter are now significant sources of science news, but the quality and accuracy of information vary widely. Okay, so we do have here a challenges in science communication. Another challenges here is the simplification versus accuracy. Communicating complex scientific concepts in a way that is accessible to the general public often requires a simplification. However, oversimplification can lead to misunderstanding. Another one is we do have a media bias and framing. The way media outlets frame a scientific issue can influence a public perception. For instance, presenting a scientific debates as controversies can lead to public to believe that the science is unsettled even when there is broad consensus about among the experts. Media bias and framing in India, here our example from agriculture in Asia. So the media's portrayal of BT cotton, a genetically modified crop designed to resist pests, significantly influence public opinion. While some media reports highlighted the benefits such as increased yields and reduced pesticide use, others focus on potential risk and controversies leading to public skepticism and public debates. So let's take a look about the case studies and also the global perspectives on science and public perception in agriculture. Here in the United States, the public's understanding of GMOs has been shaped by both positive and negative media portrayal. So, while some media outlets emphasize the benefits of GMOs in enhancing food security, others focus on potential health risks and environmental concerns. This has led to polarize the public opinion and varying levels of acceptance across different states. So another one, organic farming in Europe. So the organic farming has gained significant public support in Europe, largely due to effective science communication that emphasize its environmental and health benefits. However, the portrayal of organic farming as inherently better than conventional farming has also led to misconceptions about relative safety and productivity of non-organic methods. So, climate change and agriculture in Southeast Asia as part of the global perspective of science and public perception in agriculture. In Southeast Asia, it is highly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, which directly affects our agriculture. The public understanding of the link between the climate change and agriculture is crucial for the adoption of adaptive practices. So, for example, in countries like Vietnam and in our country, the Philippines, government and non-governmental organizations have worked to raise awareness through media campaigns and educational programs with varying degrees of success. So let's take a look for the best practices for effective science communication in agriculture. So, tailoring communication to the audience. The science communicators should consider the audience cultural background, their educational level, and also their existing beliefs. For example, when discussing the sustainable farming practices in rural communities, using the local languages and culturally relevant examples can enhance the understanding and acceptance. And also engaging with the public. Scientists and communicators should engage with the public through dialogues and participatory approaches rather than just disseminating information. Public consultations and workshops can help address concerns and build a trust. Another one, as part of the best practices for effective science communication in agriculture, is leveraging a multiple media platforms. Using a combination of traditional and digital media ensures that science communication reaches a broader audience. Visual content such as infographics and videos can make a complex scientific concepts more accessible. So another one example for agriculture in the world, the International Rice Research Institute has successfully used a combination of media platforms to promote the adoption of stress tolerant rice varieties in South Asia. By using videos, social media, and community radio, the International Rice Research Institute effectively communicated the benefits of these varieties to farmers, leading to widespread adoption. So, here our conclusion. Understanding how science is perceived by the public and effectively communicating the scientific information are critical components in addressing the global challenges, especially in agriculture. By examining these topics, Through examples from the Philippines and Asia and the world, students can better appreciate the complexities involved in science communication and the impact of public perception on technological adoption. So for our references on this lecture, here's the following sources. You may also check and review the following sources. And also our citations that we gathered for this lecture. So that's the end of our lecture about this topic. So I hope that you learned something and relevant to your current situation that you may apply what you have learned. So I'll see you again on our next lesson. So please subscribe and like and follow our channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again on our lesson.